I have another finished project to show you. This is just so wild. I was not expecting that, especially since this is not a crochet project. This is embroidery. It's not like my go-to thing that I usually do, so the fact that it's completely done, except for the fact that I want to add like a little tassel onto it, but tassels and we feel a certain way about each other, and today is not the day. So like I really have to be in the mood to do it. I eventually will add it onto it because I want to use the stitch marker that we have from this 13 night Halloween hangover box, the little coffin stitch marker. I want to put this on my Notion bag, but I think it would look super cute if there was like a little tassel behind it, kind of showcasing it. Nice little yarn frame for it. Again, we have the 13 night Halloween hangover box with me and Muse2320 working our way through it. These next, we're down to 2 days now, so for the past like cumulatively 3 days we're working on this stick and stitch set, which we had this little thing here full of all the yarn that we need and also the little templates that I'm going to be working through. Here is everything that I have. I decided to just throw the yarn all together because, again, I didn't think I was going to get through it, so I figured I would use it as decor as I'm waiting to finish this project. No, just kidding! It's freaking done. My brand new Notion bag. This thing is amazing, and I had so much fun doing this. Like, this is a newfound craft for me that I'm going to actively put aside time to do. I had so much fun. How many times am I going to say that? I had so much fun. It was fun. The joy was through the roof. I was having a great freaking time working on this all last night. There were a couple of stitches that I had to look up as I was going. I mean, I think I knew 3 stitches in total for the embroidery, and also the eye is not perfect, but I'm going to show it to you anyways because that is not the point of this project. Really, this was just very meditative. I worked through 2 movies and then I had a little bit left this morning, so I went out and had some breakfast, a little bit of coffee, finished it all up, which that was perfect for traveling. I not only had my tiny project that fit in the bag that I was bringing, but also I could put my scissors in the project that I was working on with the yarn and the needle. I just like stabbed it through this little one, threw it in here, and then I can close it up. There we go. Travel worthy project bag right here. I'm thinking this might be specifically for embroidery stuff that I work on now. Like if it's small enough, all of the yarn, the needles, all the accessories and everything. Like obviously this next thing that I show you, it's not going to fit in this bag, but that's totally fine because I'm going to expand and do some other things here. But since this came with the box, I wanted to make sure that I did this first. Okay, so here's the eye. Also, I kept going back and forth over, I think when we met the other day, I said red was what I was going to use, and then I changed my mind because this purple was just staring at me. And also I did the tongue just black and white. I just got going and I was like, we're gonna go black and white for the entire sandworm. It just makes sense. So we're just gonna keep on going. Also is a little bit easier as I was working through because I didn't have to cut as many strands. So like when I would get to the head here, potentially I was gonna have to change it like 4 different times. This way I only had the 2 colors and I had the strand and I could just go through it, finish it up. It was amazing. I'm very happy that I went that direction. The inside is not too bad. Honestly, I was expecting this to be just a total mess. I mean, it is, especially the head part totally is. Just for a first project getting back into embroidery, the back is not that terrible. So I don't think I'm going to do anything to it. I'm just going to leave it. I have all of my ends woven in. They're knotted up. Nothing is moving. And nothing is so long that it's going to get snagged if I throw yarn and other things in here. The last thing that I need to do is run this under warm water, and then this little template here that I was using, that whole thing will dissolve, and the only thing that I'll be left with is the yarn that I embroidered onto here, which is so freaking cool. Like, I don't know, I really, really love this entire process now. And the fact that it's bite-sized. Initially, I thought this was gonna take me a lot longer, and maybe if I wouldn't have set aside an entire night to finish it up, it might have taken me longer. I don't really know. But the ones that I have next, like this was probably the most intricate because there was so much color changing that I had to do. The rest of these really, I mean, like for the words and stuff, I could just use one color for that. We have the Beetlejuice, we have the top that I just feel like those two need to go together. So, I mean, I could even do green halfway through, change it to purple. That would still be a lot easier than what this was. So, what I'm thinking is using tonight and tomorrow night to kind of power through as many more of these as I possibly can. The next one that I want to work up is the Ghost Polaroid. Went through my wardrobe and kind of dug around, pulled out one of my favorite sweaters, like my go-to. It has been washed and dried many, many times. This thing has been with me for a while, but it's just totally plain. It's a blank canvas again. Put that on there. It did take me a couple of tries of where I wanted it to be. So I would suggest, like, you know, don't do what I did type of deal, because I just laid it flat, kind of eyeballed it, and I was like, okay, that looks perfect. No, go ahead and put it on, actually wear whatever it is that you're gonna wear, kind of have it in the certain area that you want. You don't have to like actually stick it on there as you're wearing, though that is what I ended up doing at the end. I have every confidence that this is gonna be one of my go-to sweaters now, even more so than it is. Like, here we go. Thumb holes cut into it. I honestly couldn't tell you how long I've had this sweater, but it's just cozy. So it needed a little bit of embellishment to it. So that one is all done. I'm gonna get working on that tonight. And then I have 5 in total left to work up now. I just feel really good about them, that it's gonna be another fun project for me. The only real limiting factor that I have is the yarn, just since I used a ton, obviously, of the black and white. I'm hoping that I have enough for this one, because what I'm planning on doing is the ghosts are going to be white, obviously, and then this part here will be black, frame for the Polaroid, white. I don't think I should have any problem with the white. Like, this goes really far. Again, this is the tiny little baby Hank that we got, and here's how much I have left of it. We should be fine with the white. The black, I don't know. Something I didn't even mention yesterday was what it's made out of. It's 45% silk. So if you got this box, on the back of this card, it tells you exactly what it's made out of and how much yardage we have. 3 grams each, 26 yards. Like, really, it's gonna get me through a couple. If I come up to where I'm not gonna have enough, I can just pick a different color. Honestly, I think it would be kind of fun if I did red and whites. So we have a black sweater, the ghost will be white, and then the outside will be red. I don't know, what do we think about that? I just obviously love these color combinations, so I could go that direction. It would also look really cool with the purple, just because purple is very Beetlejuice-esque. Green would be fantastic. There really is no wrong answer here. I think I'll just start with the ghost, see how far I get into that, and if it works up a lot of this, I'll kind of make a judgment call there. Maybe I'll switch over to one of these other colors. I really don't want to get into the purple though, or any more than I have, which was just the eye or the sandworm here. I want to do this one all purple. So this whole thing, the hair, everything, and then the eyes, I want to do green. I don't know where I'm going to put this yet, but that's the color combination I want. So I really want to save this for this one. This mossy color one, I was thinking about using for the eye myself. I'm Strange and Unusual. The Beetlejuice one, I could probably do half and half. I'll have enough of the green, enough of the purple, and then if there's any white left, maybe for the cobweb. I mean, really these two right here are going to be the last ones that I put on anything. So it's just going to be whatever color I have. It would also look amazing as red too. Red cobwebs. Okay, actually I love that. I think that's the direction I'm going to go. We're going to set you aside. I've also just been using this to hold everything together too. Just a little tray. I like having the bags and everything in here, but once I've opened them, I want it totally open so I can see everything in here. I don't forget, and it's just like in my face of here's some other activities that I need to get going on. And really, it's just been so freaking fun every single night knowing that I have something entirely new to work on. If this is the first time that you've gotten into embroidery, please let me know if you love it. You haven't even tried it yet because you're just a little bit intimidated by it, which I totally understand that. before I got into it, again, even this one, I thought it was going to take longer than it actually did. A little hesitant about some of the stitches that I was doing. These ones for the entire sandworm, not so much because it's just straight across, but like the outline even for the running stitch, it's not perfect. I wouldn't want it to be anyways. If you missed the box, Muse 2320 does have more of these kits, the yarn and the templates. So there's some witchy ones, there's some mushrooms, there's some moss, there's a lot of different variety happening over there. So if you want to try it out, but you missed the box, you still have an opportunity to check that out at Muse 2320. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, checking in on our 13-night Halloween hangover box, everything that I'm getting done here. Have a spooky rest of your evening, and I will see you in my next video.